The first thing that I very, very much have realized is that it is very important to flow like a river. I'll tell you what happens. When water stagnates, it attracts diseases. But वो same पानी जब बहता है वो नदी कहला. So in your life, take everything as it comes. Like today I came here, I did my session, I enjoyed it, I'm doing a podcast with you, then I'll go sing something. Take everything and then be aware. Like I know that there are 7, 8 people in this room.
Namaskar, this is Nimisha, and you're watching us on the podcast Meet the Leader. Today, we are very privileged to have with us Srimati Radhika Iyer Talati ma'am, who is a founder in Anahata Organics and Ra Foundation, which is situated in Vadodara. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome to our
Namaste.
podcast.
Thank you so much.
So, she is actually in the field of holistic wellness from many years, and today I want to connect with her to discuss about the topic meditation, because I think that for this topic there is a lot of need for the youth to know so much details which are currently missing. So ma'am, would you please tell us, like from the basic, what is meditation actually?
So meditation is something that you already know because you were in your mother's womb. And you were in your mother's womb for 9 months and all you did was swallow, yawn and remain silent. Correct? So meditation is inherent to all of us. So it's just become a very big buzzword because like the Western influence, but it's not a bad thing. So meditation and dhyan are totally two different things, right? So when we talk about dhyan as in which is part of our inherent Ayurvedic yogic culture, it talks about renunciation to everything that's materialistic and to connect with the Parampita Parameshwar, to have the Satchitananda, where you're aligning your entire being with the cosmos. But when you talk about meditation, we talk about aligning our thoughts. So we have
Aligning
a monkey
our
mind
thoughts with whom?
with ourselves.
With ourselves.
So, for example, if you and I are doing this podcast, maybe you have to go somewhere, maybe I have to go somewhere, but I am not worried about it at all. But maybe you are, right? So you want to know that, oh, but I need to leave this in 10 minutes. Oh, but I need to do that. So meditation basically aligns you to do one thing at one time and live in the current moment.
So ma'am, basically you're talking about that meditation is basically mindfulness. Being in the present
Mindfulness,
moment.
contemplation, efficiency of thought, conservation of energy, everything.
And
so
then ma'am, the end goal of meditation is dhyan.
the end goal, that is, yes, the end goal of life is dhyan. If we talk about what is, because I talk from the perspective of yoga, the yogic lens, what is the one thing that everybody needs to do is to align themselves with the energy of the cosmos. So you are a microcosmos and you align with the macrocosmos, and that is the only vision, mission of a human birth.
But ma'am, many of us, in fact most of us don't know this.
That's the reason we need to talk about it. Because we do not know it, we need to talk about it. It's a lot to do, Nimisha. It's not just about now. It's about our history. It's about how we were, enslaved. It is about learning to just survive. India is now 75 plus years of independence. But look at the 400, 500 years of enslavery. For us to get out of that will take another 25, 30 years. So we should be laying the foundation of a more emerged, conscious and aware India. And we are also one of the most young countries in the world. So now if people like you and me talk about meditation, teach simple methods for people to meditate, then boond boond bharta sagar, because every drop might look very, very small, but it has the potential of an entire ocean.
Right.
Ultimately, every single drop of water is the ocean because every single drop of water contains the ocean in it. So each one of us contains mindfulness, contains energy, contains meditativeness. We just are not aware of it.
So that means if I'm doing something for my personal growth, I'm actually contributing in making the space a much
Absolutely,
better
there
place.
you go, that's it. So whenever you do something with good intention, how will you ever have the mindset to do something good if you yourself are not clear? So clarity of thought I think is one of the biggest advantages of just sitting in silence for 5 to 10 minutes.
Ma'am, but here I actually have a question that, for example, you're saying that you have to align with the cosmos. Then what will happen if you're not able to align, or if you're not aligned with the cosmos?
Then
what are the drawbacks?
Then you have lifestyle diseases, you have stress, and you look at media now and look at the crimes people are committing. All of that will happen.
Ma'am, but is it not all a spiral? Because if you're not aligned, then even the situation is making you.
But that's what
disaligned.
economics is all about. If you do not have a country that is not educated and is not empowered, your country will not progress. Similarly with your mind, if your mind is not aligned and the mind is not progressive, your body, your mind and your structure will collapse. So the structure, so what structures? You have the mental structure of being able to live in a society with very, very different views of the very same thing. In one family, maybe 2 children and a parent or 2 parents, all 4 have very different way of looking at the same thing, but they all coexist. Why? Because the fundamental principle of live and let live exists. Now what happens to the mind? Because I remember my teachers always telling me that your mind is a tick-tock atom bomb. Agle pal kya hoga, you don't know. Correct? So how do you control that? You control that by elevating your thoughts, good deeds. That's why, we always have na sun bura, na dekh bura, na bol bura. The whole reason of putting that was to get you to be aware of every single thought. That point in time will definitely lay the foundation of how the future of the university or any other act that you're going to do. Because a person who started it might be there, might not be there. But the vision by itself is because it's got sustenance, it's got society, it's got empowerment, it's got progress, will take on. It's a seed that will germinate and become a big tree.
And ma'am, what about the authorities? For example, if I have to do a number of errands during the day, can I still be mindful and do all those things?
Only then you can do all those things. Many people ask me, how do you manage so much? It's because I just take one thing at a time. I'm here. I'm not thinking about going back. If I have to stay here even till 5, I'm okay with it. Because my mind is at rest. And I know that with 2-3 phone calls, I might be able to delegate. But what happens is that when you come under pressure, because you've not, so for example, a student has a deadline, has not worked until the deadline. We all know it. We've all done it. They're also doing it.
Yes, ma'am.
If a student becomes more mindful that, okay, listen, I'm going to have a lot of fun, but every day, half an hour, I'm going to take out this much time to finish my project. Then you can have fun also, but you also will have the discipline to do your task that you have decided upon. Most of us are very easily distracted.
That I will wake up at a certain time or I will sleep at a certain time. So even if you fix one of those 2 things, I'll say for example, okay, I'm youth and I want to sleep at 12 every night or 12:30 every night or 1 o'clock every night, which is not right, but chalo, even if you want to do that. But as you decide that, sit for 10 minutes before you go to sleep on your bed and think about the entire thing. Keep your spine straight, keep your eyes closed and reflect on what you have said, what you wore, what somebody else's wore, what you told somebody, what you heard from somebody.
Now, the minute you start doing this is contemplation. So you're just basically aligning your everyday task and then observing it. Now, imagine if you were going to do this for 1 month. Now, just imagine it becomes a practice. Next time, you will not say anything without thinking. You will
तो मैम बेसिकली आप ये बोल रहे हैं कि अगर हमारे पास सब कुछ प्लान है, अलाइंड है, तो इट विल गिव आवर माइंड सम स्पेस टू ब्रीथ एंड वी कैन एक्चुअली एक्सपीरियंस बीइंग माइंडफुल इन द मोमेंट.
Absolutely. मतलब आप अगर ऐसा प्लान करोगे, मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि जिंदगी में सब प्लान होता है, बट तुम्हें इतना तो, जैसे मुझे पता था दैट आई वांट टू वर्क इन द फील्ड ऑफ होलिस्टिक हेल्थ एवर सिंस आई वाज 17 और 18 इयर्स ऑफ एज. तो वो नेचुरली मेरे अंदर था. इट कुड बी माई प्रारब्ध, माई पास्ट बर्थ, वॉट एवर इट इज, बट आई हैड द क्लैरिटी दैट मुझे एक गाँव में जाना है, उसको एम्पावर करना है, वहाँ के बच्चों. इट वॉज समथिंग एट 17 years I had that vision. At this age now, at 53, I can see it being fulfilled. So don't be in a hurry because nothing happens overnight. Correct? Give it time and give it discipline and give it मतलब पूरी शिद्दत से करो तो.
But yeah, the main thing in this, whatever you're saying, I totally agree with it, Pa. लेकिन आजकल clarity is the biggest, hurdle
You need to put yourself in company of such people. See, if you're going to be flying with the eagles, you can't be roaming around with the crows. तो अपना path decide करो. There's nothing wrong with being a crow. Crows are amazing. This is just it's an analogy.
Yes.
So, depending on where you want to reach, empower yourself with those thoughts. सबसे पहले चीज तो आता है कि clarity of thought, whether I really want to do this or not, whether this is really going to make any sense to me or not, and whether I will be able to sustain it for some time or not. Because I believe that good company of people, so my suggestion to the youth is surround yourself with eagles. I always say this because संघ का असर होगा. Now you know, but you don't know how to do.
And ma'am, can you please give us a list of the characteristics of that eagle which you are left with?
I mean, I personally love the eagle. It could be any other bird for you. But I believe that the eagle has a lot of resilience. It does not get into petty things. Correct? It has a very long vision because it can spot its prey from such a... That means the vision to do something in the long run, you will start to exhibit if you surround yourself with people who have that vision. Right? You also come to know, when I say eagle, you come to know when you meet empowered people. How do you feel after that?
You will also feel empowered.
Yes, that's the thing you need to look out for. Now, we meet a lot of people, so most youth and students, and so they will go to parties or they will hang around with friends and come back and complain about it for the rest of their day or their week or their month. But the next time they invited, they go back again because there is no clarity of thought. The minute you decided, listen, this is what I want to do, and this is, I don't know much, but this is my thought, and this is what I have decided, automatically the universe will help you. It will help you.
In the era of digital media, it is very easy for students to get distracted. Seeing the stories and posts of other people, they also want to do those things maybe with which they don't align. So how do a student find out that this is my journey, this is what I want to do actually?
No, it does not happen that way. Now, what you want to do, when I met you, you told me you're doing a spiritual upliftment or, bringing the spiritual energy into this institution. Now, how many of you want to do that? Because you want to do that, you're here. Correct? And now look at your own journey. How many choices you had before you took this path? Why did you choose here? Why are you here? Why are you talking about it? Simply because whether you were aware of it or not, it was your path. It was in your DNA and your body, mind, intellect recognized it. The problem with the youth is they do not use their intelligence. See, there is something called wisdom. अब वो wisdom पढ़ाई लिखाई से मिला क्या? The wisdom comes through life experiences as well as the will to be able to surrender to a larger cause.
Surrender is such a big word. I don't know how.
It's easy to do it. It's how I and all the students are doing it even without recognizing it. Surrendering to the system and the laws of the university. They are surrendering.
And so surrender basically means leaving all the things that are in our mind of future.
To something bigger.
Timing.
To the bigger purpose, to the larger purpose. Do you think Narendra Bal would have been where he is now?
right? Everybody has struggled. Your director of the university, you, me, all the students over here, everybody is juggling and wearing so many hats. One you're a child, one you're a boyfriend, or you're a husband, or you're a wife. We are wearing so many hats. But if the mind is clear, you will be able to juggle all those responsibilities beautifully, and you will start rising up. Hota kya hai? People give up. One small distraction and they give up. That's where you need to master. You need to imagine if our children didn't have nursery to 10th standard and then 12th standard to graduation to kuch nahi karte because it was put into a system. Similarly, every single person is a Vyasa. A Vyasa is somebody who organizes. So every single person needs to organize their life. The thing is, we are not taught that. We don't teach our children. We only tell our children that you have to make money and you have to get a good job. But we don't teach the children that the money that you make should be beneficial to the society. The money that you make should have Shri. It should not just be Lakshmi, but it should be Shri. That means abundance. So every single rupee that you earn with honesty, dignity and integrity is because the clarity of the mind. And to get the clarity of the mind, to be even able to speak about these thoughts, right? You need to sit in silence. And I believe that the best way to start it is to start it on your bed. Before you sleep every night, 10 minutes, just close your eyes and think about the entire day. Start doing it every night. Then start doing it morning 5-10 minutes, evening 5-10, night 5-10 minutes. Automatically within 3 to 4 months, if you're able to do it continuously, you will see an entire realm opening up. Because within this space of this university and this room, there are elevated minds on all levels. Between the 10-15 of us who are in this room, everybody's mind is elevated to a different level. Correct? And that intellectual energy can actually help you to fulfill all your goals and to fulfill all your dreams and to make the money and to make the life. Oh, that is possible.
And now, what about the students who face failures? Because, for example, ma'am, if 1,000 students are sitting and giving an exam, not all will come first.
Yeah.
And there will be students, maximum will be on the back bench. And now, what about those students? Because it is very easy for those students to feel low about themselves, and then they has aligned with the.
They have to be empowered with personal thoughts and personal goals and personal vision. So I think what we do with a lot of our students who come to us, we ask them to write what they want in life. That's the first thing I do. I teach it. I want to see
You get 3 practices for students which they can do with themselves to make themselves elevated.
So first of all, if everybody wants to empower themselves and become stronger, right, mentally and physically, worship the sun. I always say this, don't underestimate the value of the energy of sun. So anybody who wants to elevate themselves and want to become stronger, powerful, maybe better in their grades, better in relationships, whatever, every morning, face east, look at the sun and talk to the sun. Don't do Arghya, don't do Surya Namaskar, don't do any. Have a conversation with the sun. The minute you do that, see, you have to understand that Yoga, Ayurveda, all of this talk about the Pancha Mahabhutas. We talk about Yatha Brahmande, Tadha Pinde. So whatever exists outside, exists within, right? Like I told you the example of the water in the ocean. So why every droplet of the water means the ocean? Individually, every droplet of water contains the ocean.
Yes.
Same thing. So the minute you align yourself with the 5 elements, that is wind and that is Hava and Fani and Ujas and all of that. So the minute you get into the worship of the sun, I feel that it has changed me a lot. That was a Diksha given to me by my guru. And when I went to him 18 years back and I said, I've never meditated. The first thing he told me was, all you do for one beat is get up in the morning at whatever time. He didn't even tell me get up at Brahma Muhurat, get up at 6, get up at whatever time you get up. Go, face east and have a conversation with the sun. It changed my life. And believe me, these are very, very small things. People think it's stupid, but trust me, the universe speaks to you in the ways you cannot even imagine.
And then, ma'am, second practice.
The second practice would be to journal. Write down what you want. Take a book and don't go for fancy diary or anything. Just take a simple notebook. Write your name,
write the date, write the time in which you're journaling, and write what is in your mind.
And this can be done in any time.
Every day, any time of the day. But do it. And make sure that you take care of that journal because it should not be seen by others. So keep it at a safe place and write everything down every day. Suppose, for example, let's do a small exercise. Maybe somebody will listen to this and do it, and maybe they will, I hope that they benefit out of it. Yes. Now, for example, let's take a very simple thing like you want an outfit. Now, that outfit belongs to a very big design. Okay, and you are not capable of buying that outfit, at least as of not now, right? But you love the outfit. Take a cutout of that outfit. Take a picture or either the designer or the outfit that you want and put it in that journal of yours. And you write with the date that this is something I really brought. And I pray that the universe aligns me to this wish of mine. You will see that in no matter of time you have outfit. It's that powerful. Because alignment will happen. वो outfit लेने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए होगा? You need to study hard, you need to make money, all of that will happen. And it sometimes it just might, and all of this has happened with me and a lot of my other people whom I've told all these things to. It's just about aligning your mind. And meditation, because we started talking about that, will help you align. So sitting in silence, journaling, that's the second thing. The third thing, you need to take care of 3A and 3B. 3A is your food. What you eat. And how do you eat it? Are you eating it at random times throughout the day? Or are you disciplining your food? So are you eating like a fixed 4 to 5 times a day, but those times are fixed? If you're doing that, you have set yourself for a healthy, disease-free life. Okay? But if you are eating whenever you want to eat, eating in the midnight, eating in the morning, eating in the afternoon, constantly eating, then you're becoming a bhogi. You're not becoming a yogi. Because a bhogi will constantly want bhog. Right? So when you talk about the Ishavasya Upanishad, it says that everybody is becoming a upabhokta, they're not becoming upayogis, they're becoming upabhogis. Right? So the problem with this culture and with the present times is that we are all in this mad race of consumption. Correct? Now the minute you change that prospect, and say that I want to be the one to provide, not the one to receive, you suddenly become the bigger person.
That is such a big shift.
And it is easily doable. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Just to shift the awareness.
That's it. Just perspective. Okay, let me give you an example on perspective. Right? Everything is perspective. According to me, meditation is fantastic. It's my perspective. According to you, it's very tough. It's a perspective. Now, for example, I tell you that my only dream is to murder these people, cut them into tiny, tiny, tiny pieces and feed them to the crows. If I say this statement, what will you think about me? Right? But the minute I add the last 3 words, because this is what terrorists deserve, it changes everything. You got it? So everything is perspective. Who is saying it? To who is this is being said? And the person to whom I'm saying this, what is their background? Right? So it is not one size fits all. But the basic understanding of clarity of mind fits everybody. Now that can be used, like Osama bin Laden used it to destroy whatever or bomb those 2 twin towers. Or somebody like maybe Kandana Shiva, I don't know if you've heard of her, but she's somebody I really, really admire. She decided on seed conservation and decided on the Chipko movement and decided that nature and seeds need to live together. So your perspective will determine the future path. And now you're looking at 65,000 students who are studying India who are going to run this country or whichever country they're coming from. Now, if you don't imbibe these values in them of flying with the eagle, respecting food, respecting nature, living with your mind and using your intelligence and flowing like a river, then what values are we giving them? Because only book knowledge is not going to help them at all. They need to understand these things, right? And 3B would be exercise. B is food. So I said 1, 2, 3 points, and 3 you divide in 2 parts. 1 is A is your food that you consume, and B is vyayam or exercise. So now you look at the alignment.
It's all aligned. Now, if you're able to manage these 2-3 steps every single day, now even those are simply listening and just visualize what could happen if I could do this for 2 months or 3 months. You'll be a different person. Yeah, and it's that simple.
Ma'am, but do we have any easy exercises which students can do? Because, ma'am, this is the biggest hurdle. When we tell someone to practice yoga or meditation, they will just simply answer you that this is not, I don't have time for this. So
That is very sad. That's very sad. So, okay, fine. You can't do yoga asanas. You can jump. You can climb the stairs. You can work in the house. You can do jharu, pota. You can help somebody. You can walk to get the milk. Don't blink at it. Drink it. Go out. Buy. Walk. Exercise. Sit down. Sit up. Make your body active. People don't understand that the youth now is going through so much of stress and PTSD and depression and so many things that we are hearing. Why? Maybe 20 years ago we didn't have it. Of course we had. Beyond that, did our parents have it? Of course they had it. But what is the solution? They got up and they moved. The problem is the generation today gets everything in the tip of their fingers and they don't want to move. So my teachers would always tell us, do seva, go once a week to some anath ashram or go to some animal rescue or old age home or a nursery if you like to be with nature, and give your time there. Do 2-3 hours of seva every. Like youth has time to do everything else except this. So ye to fir, then see what we can do is we can guide, but whether you could have the horse to the water, but whether the horse wants to drink the water is up to the horse. Correct? But this is the path. And if you can take the path, people like me would come and tell you random things. But does that attract you? And okay, if it attracts you, are you ready to put it into practice? अब वो तुम्हारा खुद का.
And how to differentiate between this? Like what I want to do and what aligns for me. What is the right?
You need to sit in silence. That's what will give you the perspective. I made everybody sit in silence. I'm telling you, so many of them have better thought today because now they know what they need to do. More than that, even if it's not in their conscious, it's entered the subconscious. So it will happen. It's very, very scientific. Everything that you're attracting subconsciously will come to you. The only thing is, will it come to you at the right time?
So that depends on what I'm thinking.
I was
Inner blockages.
at this moment. Yes. Thoughts are the most powerful, so control your thoughts. There's a limit. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can't didn't it.
So, ma'am, I actually wanted to ask you if you can please give 3 simple meditative exercises which students can do in their daily routine life.
So one thing that I will suggest is that I have bought, this is something that I have done and it's available on Spotify. It's a guided meditation series. So there is a series on the chakras. There's also a meditation on Lord Shiva. I've not had time to do the rest, but I've done this much. And I've done a series on the Navarasas, anger. So they can go to Spotify and they can type Unblock. So when you do the podcast, just put it on that. Unblock by Radhika Iyer Talati. So that's something where I know I've done the podcast. I've done the recording and you can just close your eyes and meditate on it every day. So it's a guided meditation, which is every day. I'm sure there are other guided meditations available with a lot of other teachers as well, right? There are a lot of meditation apps available. Of course, they're expensive. The good ones are expensive. But I think it's an investment you should make. Buy one kapada less and invest in this, according to me. So there are many meditation apps available. You can check those out based on reviews.
Okay.
This is one thing I will do.
Yes.
But what I've told you about talking to the sun, writing, journaling, all of these are different forms of meditation. Correct? Keeping your sangat positive. So your friends, your peers are going to influence your decisions. So I'm not saying somebody is wrong or somebody is right. I'm just saying, are they aligned to what you want to do? We are nobody to judge kaun sahi hai aur kaun galat hai. But are you aligned? Because if you have 1 lakh rupees and you go to a store, you're not going to be buying everything. You will buy what you want.
Yes.
Right? Does that mean that what you didn't buy was not good enough?
So it's just not
Choice. Exactly. That's it.
Okay, ma'am. And coming towards the last question of the segment, I would really love to know, ma'am, the 3 lessons that you have learned coming so far here in your life and practicing holistic wellness for so long. There might be 3 things, ma'am, which you
Learn how? There are many, but yes, it's a good question. The 3 things that I think, the first thing that I very, very much have realized is that it is very important to flow like a river. Water. I'll tell you what happens. When water stagnates, it attracts diseases. वो गटर बन जाता है, बट वो सेम पानी जब बहता है वो नदी कहलाता है. So in your life, take everything as it comes. Like today I came here, I did my session, I enjoyed it, I'm doing a podcast with you, then I'd go see something. Take everything in and be aware. Like I know that there are 7-8 people in this room. And I know you're wearing this, I know I'm wearing this, I'm sitting on a grey couch. So be aware of the surroundings around you. Very, very important. This is, I'm telling you, nobody talks about it, but this is an underdog. You need to know the awareness quotient of your existence.
Probably a new question to be Abby.
You should be aware that today what was somebody wearing. You don't even remember what you ate in the morning.
Yes.
That means कि तुम्हारी memory बहुत limited और short है. You need to make your memory long term, so that for that you need to flow like a river, so you are aware of the present moment. Oh, this is number 1 thing that I learned. Number 2 thing that I learned was the importance of listening. So I had a habit of talking a lot, and it was a problem because what happens is when you're intelligent, you automatically know what you're going to say and who say everything, right?
Yes.
So this is something I have worked on, and now I have understood how important it is to listen to somebody. So according to me, this is the second most important thing. First is to flow, remain aware of your current circumstances at all times. And number 2 is to, completely understand how important it is to listen to what is being told to you. Number 3 is to have the correct amount of diet. All the lifestyle problems that I had cancer twice, and I had skin issues, and I had throat infections that would not go away, came with poor choice of food. So I learned how to eat food correctly. So one investment I would request everybody is, if you can go to a good dietitian, a good one, somebody who probably charges you 1 lakh rupees, right? Save money every month. After 1 year, 1.5 years, pay that person and get a diet for yourself and follow that for the rest of your life. So initial 1 or 2 months, you will get the diet from them. After that, you will come to know that your food is everything. My cancer got healed because of food, just through naturopathy. So I believe these are the 3 most important things that I have learned, which are very practical and which are very applicable in today's time and age.
Oh, ma'am. I'm now coming towards the end. Yes. Would you love to say anything to our students, just in a line, if you want to?
Yes, of course. I mean, wherever you see so many students together, it makes you feel very young. Right? It makes me feel very energetic, and I think, yes, I want to do this. I'm going to do more collaborations with Parallel University, simply because the energy of the youth is that, right? They come with a potential to probably create a different realm. Every single person, me, you included, but the youth especially, have new ideas, they have new forefronts, and they have a new vision to do that. The problem is, they don't have the sandha. They are not flying with the eagles.
So, ma'am, on this, do you have any one message for the youth? In a single sentence, if you want to say.
All of this, I think the one thing that you please, first of all, be honest to yourself and know what you want. That's it. Most of us don't have the clarity कि अच्छा graduation करना, उसके बाद करना, we don't know, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. Have the clarity, because you can even be the president of America if you want to. I mean, you're not born there, but you know what I'm trying to say is that you can be whoever you want. You can be the best musician, the best sports person, the best business person, the best husband, the best son. You can do whatever you want, but have the clarity of that. The clarity is not there, and that will only come if you sit in silence.
So with this, we would like to end the podcast. And a very important message which ma'am has given is to have clarity, and that is all which will drag your life ahead. So with this concluding, thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you.